bot lane. And at that point, it's Jover, right? Like, there's nothing that you can do at that point.
Did you know that it's Jover meme? I actually didn't know where it came from, but it came from a picture of Joe Biden. So there's
really?
So yeah. So there's the meme where it's over, it's so over, we're so back. It was it's Jover, we're so Barack, and I was just like, oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I do follow a lot of Western influencers, especially on the TFT scene, and that's often exactly K3 is K3 Soju is like my spirit animal. In fact, if he ever visits the Philippines, I will pay a good amount of money to see the guy. I don't know why.
Just to hang out with the guy. Yeah, dude, I feel you. I'm the same way with like I think Box. I
really?
loved Box way back when he was a
Riven one trick.
To get into Riven.
Yeah.
But now he's a TFT streamer, and I'm like, my boy. But getting back to where we are now, man, CF17 on the Lee Sin, that is a scary proposition.
Exactly.
And I think Chaz being left out to be the last pick here is a pretty good tactic by Fennel, so that they can pick up something that can go up against the Lee Sin, which if he picks up Riven, we were just talking about that. But if he picks up Riven in the jungle, that Chaz has something up his sleeve.
It's all about carrying the team, willing the team into a victory. Now, the more surprising factor in all the drafts here by Fennel is the Jhin. Right? Like,
oh yeah.
Is this? Wait, I will be checking the records and see if this is going to be the first time. Pretty sure if it's not the first time, it will only be you can easily count it by hand. The number of times that Jhin gets picked up, and the main reason why I love Jhin for Fennel is because one of their primary shot callers is Danny, and one way to signal a team fight that will begin or that is about to start is by using the curtain call. I really think that
opening up
exactly right. Like, it signals the fight. All right, it's ready, get set, go. I guess or how do you call it again in FGC? Ready, fight.
Depends on the game. Depends on the game.
Project L. If you had to guess,
that'd be something crazy like I don't know. Red champions ready or something, and then fight. But I feel like looking at what we've seen in the season, Jhin has only been picked 3 times.
Wow.
This is the 4th time Jhin has been picked up. 4.
Wow.
And for the only other time he's been picked by somebody else was by you in, I think it was EDG versus, who was that? EDG versus OMG. So that's the only other person who's ever picked him. The other 2 times that Jhin has been picked has been by Danny. So this man does love his Jhin.
Exactly. And one way to really maximize Jhin as a champion is if you go for early trades. It's one of those champions that has a decent amount of burst, as well as having that crowd control coming in from the Deadly Flourish. That was a very interesting trade-off in the mid lane. That was sacrificing his very own tempo just to make sure that Helios will have the advantage here in the early stages, but it's not that big of an advantage. I feel that momentum or that tempo being lost on Chaz will definitely benefit CF17, especially that he's on the Lee Sin. Exactly. Yeah. We'll have to closely monitor how this Corki is going to progress. But you look at CF17. He's here already.
Oh, speaking of being here already, Arisen is going to get brought down to the ground, and they're looking for a kill onto Chaz. Maybe he's trying to get out. He's able to get out of there as Helios is doing the damage onto the front line with his transfusions, with his I don't think I've seen him sanguine pool yet. But J-Team with a very aggressive push into the jungle, getting that first blood. But at least it was a 1.
And Chaz also channeling his inner box, right? Doing a very quick wall hop just to escape depth in general. And this is what we were talking about, right? Like that tempo delay, because of Chaz helping, it allowed CF17 to play aggressive, especially on the Lee Sin. But Fennel did sacrifice a couple of their minions on towards their laners to really help out and make sure that this blue buff will not be stolen. And it ended as a 1-for-1, so no one is really at a big advantage. One thing that I would definitely point out is that's an overall still a positive for Fennel, because that's them helping out their carry in the Riven.
Yeah, because Chaz definitely is going to try to be the carry right here. Right. But CF17, he is going to be as annoying as possible. Look at that. Not even killing the final Raptor. He's just like, you know what? That's yours. I'm going to be as annoying as possible. But yeah, and getting the vision of Chaz there in that bush as well is pretty good for JP, just to have that little bit of information. Soldier looking for the gank here. The dive is going to happen. Danny is defenseless, and he will get recalled right there. Soldier gets well, no, it was actually grab that second. Wow, my God, they just bursted him down. Helios, no chance there whatsoever. 3 kills for 1 for JT.
That's the best possible combo to do against the Vladimir, making sure that he doesn't have any chance to react. And this is mainly the reason why J-Team is pretty much a team that is super confident in picking up the Xayah for X1. Because when he gets his hands on towards the Xayah, the win lane, win game, win condition will definitely be there for J-Team. And you look at the lead that they were able to get here in the bot side, we have to remember that, during that early skirmish around the blue buff, there are some minions that was basically denied by J-Team. And yeah, this is why you have to respect X1. His play, especially during the laning phase, is one of the best right now in the tournament.
He definitely is, and with the tools that he has and the advantages that he has been given now. Oh God, CF17 tried to go for the gank there. He tried to go for the Sonic Wave, and the Dragon's Rage, but Helios, the Sanguine Pool, at the exact right moment, will be keeping him safe. But that does mean that JT can aggress here, because they know that Helios won't be able to respond. So you can see Chaz already getting picked on in his own jungle. They're trying to steal his blue buff.
Oh no. And you hate to see this if you're Chaz or if you're a fan of Fennel in general, but I did not know it was possible. Did you see that interaction about, wait, hang on, curtain call, and that's going to delay DY?
Yeah, but it's not going to actually result in all too much, because CF17 is just going to back in that Dragon Pit, or he's just going to go start the... This is really risky for him. He gets flashed, and then the depth charge dredge line. They found the jungler, they found the greed on CF17, and they will punish it. That means this should be a pretty free dragon, but J-Team, they are still going to try to fight with. They have a lot of poke from Soldier, from X1.
Wow.
There's a Feather Storm just to dodge out of the dredge line, but the package has been delivered now. Chaz getting very low. He's not actually even able to smite the dragon. J-Team steals it and takes the life, and now SDY and DY are here. They're going to wreak havoc. Arisen nowhere to go, but back to base. The expedited back there. 2 more kills for J-Team, and they're able to secure that objective. They're going for the Rift Herald now.
Yeah, the power of Corki immediately magnified and immediately felt here by the Fennel members. Just one package was able to at least get that objective over towards them, and that's a 2-for-2 special in the first 5 minutes of this game. We're looking into that replay once again. I'm not 100% sure as to what happened here. It is the damage over time coming in from the package. How is that even possible? It's... oh, man. Like, okay, that's very unfortunate. But then again, you still have to give credit towards the members of J-Team. They know what to do at the exact moment. Throwing that explosive task basically bursted down Chaz, and that means that there is no smite to really convert or to really execute that dragon. And again, with a very well-placed Valkyrie / package, it was a converted objective towards the side of J-Team.
Man, I feel like, Chaz might not have had smite available there, because that dragon got really, really low before, he got explosive charge, or explosive cast. And he wasn't able to smite it down, so that was kind of a big loopy if he did have smite up. So I'm thinking he didn't have it up, but good on J-Team for recognizing that, even without their jungler, they could still fight. They were still in a very powerful position. Speaking of a powerful position, they are going to aggress once again. Arisen has been caught up. He's going to be the sacrificial lamb here. Another kill for the Caps of J Team, and they are going to extend their lead 6,500 now.
And starting to really be worse and worse for Fennel. You look at J Team now, they have opened up map, especially with the Infernal map. It's a lot easier to really check all those possible entry points on towards the jungle. Now J Team has basically owned the blue quadrant of Fennel. That's like 3 times in a row that they did go for the dive. Now J Team on the top side this time.
They could look for the dive, but there are 3 members. They could also just try to go for the siege. Danny is going to be coming up. He's going to have a certain call available, so that could be a way to stop this happening. But J Team, you can see with the lead that they have, they are just putting insane pressure on Fennel, and Fennel cannot do anything but react.
Is this just for wave clearing purposes? And you look at DY's IQ, dude, like he just body blocked all those bullets.
Yeah, and he had damage reduction on while he was doing it, and because of that, you know, Fennel had to defend that top lane turret. You saw a CF17 just in the jungle stealing resources once again, just making sure that Chaz doesn't get anything for free.
That's a big gap. That's a big gap all across the board. You look at a 2k gap for X1, 1.7k gap for the Lee Sin. And you know, whenever you see this big of a lead at 8 minutes and 30, one would say it's already a GG go next angle, but
it's over.
It's over indeed. But we'll have to wait. You know, Fennel is known to be that team that will not go down without a fight, especially with Helios and Chaz's connection. Those AoE skills, once they perfectly combine their skills onto towards a team fight, and the keyword there is, of course, perfectly, they will have a good chance.
They might have gotten a perfect catch here onto SCY, except Soldier was there to keep him safe and do a lot of damage. That is a huge Lee Sin or Dragon's Rage to deliver Danny to the hands of his team. And on the backside, look at that exhaust onto Spells. Chaz is able to get away, but just narrowly. Spells will not be able to, though. And even though SCY went down, look at where Helios is now, has to flash out just to be safe. X1 incredibly huge on this Saya.
They initiated the pickoff and ended it all with a 2 basically body down to the side of Fennel, and this is the power of the rotations coming in from J Team. Plus the items advantage that they have. They do have the luxury of, you know, having enough time. By the way, CF17 is just how should we call it? TikToking right now? Because he's really putting on a highlight reel. He's jumping,
he's harvesting those clips, man.
Exactly.
He's clip farming right now for his TikTok or whatever social media that he has. He's like, oh, look at this insane play that I just pulled off. I traveled like 500 miles with the W and with the safeguard and then the Sonic Wave to get an insane Dragon's Rage. Just Lee Sin clips, man, and that is absolutely insane that he can do that without any repercussions here.
Yeah, something that I wish I can do as well. I haven't had a chance to really compile my own clips, especially, you know, with my special hands, I guess, special fingers.
Special fingers. Yeah, come on, man. You're not giving yourself enough credit. I'm sure you have like, you know, you definitely have some clips that you're like, oh man, that
on the Garen for sure.
I'm like, yes, spin a win, baby.
But this is definitely going to be a very big hole that Fennel will have to climb back from. That's 10k already. That's almost 1k per minute, and that's definitely not a good sign. SCY, good exhaust coming in from Danny.
Yeah, but Danny, he does not have a lot of mobility. Arisen on the backside trying to, you know, look for something here to disrupt from the back, but I think he's just going to once again be a sacrificial lamb, beating X1 once again. It is not looking all too good for Fennel, especially in the bot lane side. Danny and Arisen have just been dapped so hard again and again. And now Soldier in a 1v1, mid laner versus mid laner, he just absolutely demolishes Helios, even through the transfusions, even through the Hemo Plague. DY trying to get him, but it will be X1 to finish him off. Just being there at the right place at the right time to clean things up.
Yeah, that's 2 kills in a row. The X1 did have the last hit against the opponent. I wonder what his score line is right now, because you're looking at Soldier. He's currently nursing a 0-kill Torky, but has the 10 assists, right? Like, that's the thing.
0 kills.
Zero kills. This is what happens, right? To the best of us, you know. Our team is rolling, and then you look at the scoreboard, and hey, I wonder what happened.
I'm not doing too well, but at least somebody's carrying, and X1 is just 100% carrying. I don't think anybody can 1v1 this Saya at the moment,
or
even 2v1. 4-0 and 3. Like, actually, the kills are dispersed pretty well across the team of J-Team. I thought it would be like a lot more focused on X1.
Yeah, the kill participation is definitely not there. At least the highest kill participation guy, of course, as expected, is going to be DY on the Gragas with 8 of the kills out of the 11. Being present for the Gragas as a score sheet. But yeah, all things considered, it's pretty much a walk in the park for J-Team right now. Like, the only thing that they have to do is to secure objectives left and right. If it comes down to, you know, a final team fight, I believe that this amount of lead is close to insurmountable. They cannot even kill SZY, right? Like, they went for a pincer movement on towards this Renekton, and the Renekton just basically showed them his boss.
But speaking of the Renekton, he will get Hextech Ultimatum. Will
no
go golden into the stasis, but the follow-up, it really isn't there. It's just Arisen. Spells does not have enough damage by a long shot. And that just means that J-Team will start a Baron. They saw 2 members down there. They're like, alright, we'll just do this. And they're going to kick Helios out. He's just gone.
X1 is dead.
Oh, X1's down, actually. So this could be an opening for Chaz comes in. Can he seal it? No, he won't. Because CF17 at least is able to secure that. But this could be a big mistake for J-Team as they get cleaned up. 3 kills already. DY on the backside. He's going to have to flash out of there. But Fennel, even though they didn't secure the Baron, were able to get 3 kills for themselves.
Yeah, nice try still for Chaz and trying to steal away that Baron. Then again, we are already playing in a patch in where all those kills on towards all the members that does have the Baron buff will still respawn with it intact. So it's not really going to be a big punishment altogether. One would say that, you know, at least with all those kills, Fennel was able to minimize the goal lead. But if you look at the goal chart right now, it's still 9k. It's still very much favoring J-Team. And again, the Baron being present to all members of J-Team will allow them to pressure all lanes possible and get the soul.
Yeah, it is just Ocean Soul now for J-Team for free. That dragon just melted. X1, he's incredibly fed and just demolished that Drake. And now, with all the buffs on their side, I don't think J-Team has actually missed a single objective yet. Fennel, they have to kind of just stay in the base, they have to defend from there, and that is not really a wave clear AD carry, so Jin just cannot handle this all too much. So they have to risk a lot just trying to clear those waves, and you can see how much damage they're taking just from the poke from Soldier and X1.
And they also have the perfect soul available, with it being the Infernal Soul, actually, not the Ocean. Yeah, I know it's confusing because it's basically so different from League of Legends.
Yeah,
PC.
I've got League of Legends PC brain right now.
I know.
I've been playing quite a bit of it.
It's fine. It's also you know, good time to explain to our viewers that basically the soul is dependent on what map it is. Currently in the Wild Rift, and if you're seeing the Infernal map, yeah, it is the Infernal Soul, and you will see lots of explosive damage coming in from J-Team. With the amount of lead that they have, it's basically a done deal right now. Like J-Team, they cannot penetrate through. Yeah, you would have to tip your hat over to Fennel and you know, putting up a very good defense, but you know, this lead, it's not going to dwindle down. This 10k gold lead that J-Team is nursing right now is just even be more magnified by the fact that they have the Infernal Soul.
Yeah, 10.9, 10.8. J-Team just crossing their T's, dotting their I's, looking for the perfect way to end this game, because Fennel definitely are, you know, punching. They're punching up right now. If they win a fight, it's because J-Team made a mistake, and not because Fennel are actually, you know, competitive in that fight. It's because J-Team would make a mistake, but thinking of mistakes being made by J-Team, SCY getting caught out here could be won. They have to dive from under turret. So many resources invested
Okay.
onto that 1 kill, but now DY is here with explosive cast onto 3. They at least get that tower, and now they're going to focus onto DY.
Ooh,
But
good
CF17
stasis.
comes in with a great Dragon's Rage, but the stasis was there, as
Is this
you
a
said.
penta?
And now X1 can get into the fray, and he's going to Feather Storm in. He's going to look for more kills, but he's going to get shut down, actually.
Wait.
That might have been the mistake that the Fennel needed. Helios got that kill, got that shutdown, but now they're on to Soldier, and Soldier is still incredibly scary. He's still a quirky,
Wow.
so he does a lot of damage. It is going to still be an ace for JT.
That's a lot closer than I expected, but yeah, sure, right. Like J-Team was technically late to the party, and had it been that, you know, the goal lead is not as big, Fennel really did the right play there. And I remember there was a game that they were able to win a skirmish in the bot lane, and I think the J-Team will just basically end this game right here, right now.
Yeah, I think that's it's a done deal. There's not enough time.
Oh, no
on
minions.
Oh yeah, that's no minions. I thought they would sacrifice some of the Gragas health on DY to keep the minions alive for another few seconds or so, because that definitely could have been the win if they kept those minions alive. But that's fine, because Elder Drake and Baron are both up, and J-Team, they could just go for these final objectives.
Yeah. And you did say about, you know, Fennel winning only if J-Team commits a grave mistake. I feel that they will also be able to win this if God is with them, I guess. You know, because Miracle is definitely a need right now as EY.
Yeah, once again, he's caught out alone, but can they...
Wait!
Yeah, they actually finish him off. Helios is starting to scale up. He's doing a lot of damage, but on the backside, Danny's dead, and so is Arisen. Now it's going to be a 3 versus 4 in this Dragon Dance. I think J-Team is just going to start it up. They have X1 and Soldier to melt it down along with CF17. Chaz has to pull off a ridiculous miracle steal to be able to, you know, claw this back. So let's see if he's able to do it. Oh, that's a little bit too early, buddy. And now he's going to be the target here. Has to get it out of that pit, and he's trying to get back in. But look at the control by J-Team on this Dragon Pit. They don't want Chaz anywhere near it. They're just going to secure it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah, it's so easy to secure it, especially with the damage threat coming in from Exxon. And this is just all for formality. The Elder Dragon Execute will join the parade here of J-Team, and that should do it. By the way, that was that was still a very, I would say, close fight altogether, right? Like,
it was
exactly right. Like Fennel is finding this fights that I thought was not possible, right? And you still have to give it up credit.
Oh, that is a great pick. An amazing explosive cast to isolate Arisen. He unfortunately had stasis and the flash, so you're going to get out of there. But Fennel, they're still putting up a little bit of a fight here. They unfortunately will not be able to fight for all too long as the Nexus goes down. That's going to be the first game for J-Team.
J-Team again with one mission in mind, and that is to get themselves